one of the things, I don't know if you want to call it secret, but like one of the things about the martial arts is one of the most practical. It's just like martial arts leads you towards like seeking wisdom, and then once you go towards that journey, it's like you like, it's like you have the secrets to like making relationships work and stuff like that, and just dealing with life struggles that most people, they don't know what to do, you know.
Honestly, some of that stuff like that out of that book, like I said, it's probably nothing new for you because you read a lot. Like you said, you know, Lao Tzu, like that stuff was already in there. So you're like, all right, this is right up your alley. You probably already hip to it.
Yeah, the guy probably explained it, interpreted it in a way that's easier to understand, you know? Because if you read directly from Lao Tzu, there's a good chance you're not going to understand the stuff until like maybe 5 years later.
Right.
That's kind of how it is with him. It's like, you read it at first, there's 81 poems, you might understand like maybe like 5 or 10 of them, and then like 2 years later you'll understand a few more of them, and then the more that you experience life, you start to understand even more and more, you know. Some people, they just explain things better, you know, like I've read a few books from certain people, they just like really explained it really well, and then it got me to really understand you know, what it's all about. And then when I start reading other books on that subject, like I understand more, you know.
Well, it might be this too, the context of what they're trying to say. You know, when people are speaking our language, when I say our language, I'm saying something that applies to our life and our time.
Yeah.
Then it's easier to understand. If you're speaking on something that happened in a time we didn't live in, then of course you're not going to grasp it.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you do when you're really tight? Just keep stretching? Or?
Yeah, it's really tight, and then you sometimes you loosen it up, and then you just go for another rep. Just kind of like relax it a bit. I'm tight too.
I know Bang is primarily a Christian, and I know a lot of people, especially, you know, I don't know what Desmond is, but I would assume that he is as well. What teachings did you follow growing up, if you don't mind me asking?
Desmond's actually a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, okay.
For me, so this is an interesting thing about me that I think a lot of people have never. They don't really meet that many people that what I've gone through, but I grew up with nothing, like no religion. Like I never went to church or nothing. My parents never like said, oh yeah, you're a Buddhist, or like, you know, you're following Buddha's way, or nothing. So like basically, I was just like raised by my parents with no religion. When I went to college, I had no religion, and people were like asking me like, what religion do you follow? And I was like, nothing. Like some people were like, how the hell did you go through life then? How did you find like your way? And then when I started to train in the martial arts, and I got led to Bruce's teachings, and then I started studying the Eastern philosophy, I started to realize that my parents were basically raising me with like Buddhist teachings and like the Tao. Like it was like seeing like the way that they lived. It was like according to that way. I don't know if you want to call it Chinese philosophy or whatever, but they raised me with that, but they never labeled me.
Well, I mean,
you know,
that's religion is what you practice. So, you know, you can label it whatever you want, but if you steal, kill, and all these other things, that's what you are. That's your religion. So, like I said, they gave you, honestly, you were raised the right way. They gave you a set of morals. You know, hey, this is wrong. You know, this is, you know, you practice things which I've been talking to Lucinda a long time about, you know, we have children, how we're going to raise them. Like, I don't want them, I'm not knocking the church, but where I grew up, you know, it's not real. And I don't want them to grow up, you know, in a plastic, you know, oh, well, like idolizing Santa Claus. That's idol worship. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I was raised.
Yes, but I think part of the thing that really helped me though is the fact that they didn't like label it and say this is what you're doing.
Right.
Just like when I'm teaching people, it's good that I'm not saying, okay, you're practicing Wing Chun or you're practicing Chinese Kung Fu. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like when you label it like that, it kind of confines people's minds, you know. So the nice thing about me is the way that I was raised. They didn't label it with anything. You know, so I was basically like, I wasn't like, I didn't have like any, just, you know, like, start to, like my mind didn't automatically become like clouded.
Right.
You know, like I was basically free to, and open to like basically like, here I'm interacting with Christians, and then I see when I can honestly critique what I liked about their, you know, what they do and what they don't, and then I meet people that practice whatever religion. I can honestly assess it without like being in a way biased.
Right.
You know, because you're growing up and okay, you're practicing Christianity, and then now you're like 15 years old and you've been following Christianity for 15 years. It's hard not to be biased because you want your way to be right.
Right.
But if I don't have a way, there's nothing to be biased about because I don't have a way.
Right.
So then anything that I see, I can assess it according to what I really feel.
It's honest. It's direct. It's not, like you said, it's not clouded. I'm not, hey, this has to be the way because this is the path that was chosen for me, or, you know, anything you knew about it. So, I mean, for years, I'm gonna be honest, growing up, I thought, not to be wrong, I thought Islam was Nation of Islam, you know, Malcolm X, so, you know, white man is the devil. That's what I thought Islam was. When I met a friend, he told me, he's like, hey, that's not, you know, you're partially right, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
So I like having those conversations. I like talking about things. I like making my own assessments, like you.
Yeah. And that's you know, you see that because you're like seeking to read books.
Right.
And that's good because it's just like you want to find for yourself like the answers, and that's important rather than just be like, oh, you know, this is the only book I'm gonna follow. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing else. You know, like you want to read different books and you want to expand. That's good. And also growing up with a certain religion, and then you find value in another religion, and then you see the faults in this religion or whatever that you used to practice. Then you see like, hey, you know, I opened up to something different, and I saw value in it. And if I continue to do that, I could keep growing, you know.
Right.
So that's how I feel, you know. But sometimes I feel that it's not even like about right or wrong. It's just more like my brain understands something. And it just clicks more with something opposed to something else. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like certain. You know, like it's just when it comes to the Eastern stuff, I just understand it a lot easier. But the Western stuff, it's just harder for me to understand, you know, how they view certain things, you know, so.
Me and my friend, after you tell me about that, I want to bring him to this class. We talk about this stuff all the time. He's a former co-worker of mine, and I told you, the same thing that happened with you with the former place of employment was the same thing that happened to him. He was like, hey man, you know, these people around here don't like me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I wasn't saying because, you know, I'm a young black guy in a company around a lot of black people. So I'm like, well, you know, when I'm seeing it, he's like, dude, like, one guy, I remember me and him was talking. He came on, I'm cool with the guy. He asked him in front of my face, like, man, what is he? I'm like, fuck do you mean? What? Does it matter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're like, dude, I'm Arab. Like, you know, you never met an Arab.